Hey guys, Champion Dallas here back. Another one of our Bears franchise episodes. We're going up against Tennessee. Then we got the Week 10 bye. They deal with Derrick Henry. Here's your Superstar X Factors.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first.
All right, up against Lucas Cousins.
Center Charles, their quarterback.
And you've got to think that they're going to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
I knew it. You ain't ready today.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves and create catches.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Right there, 56.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly.
Knocked away.
Nice, sure tackle.
They would try to go to Brown once again, and it's third down.
3 down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets it to Brown, complete.
Just over the head.
The Titans first down
Below.
as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
56 the mic, boys. 56.
Derrick Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Shut up. Here we go.
On second down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Mike 56. Mike.
This is Henry. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play. And
Yeah, because remember, shared tackles don't count. So dumb.
Third and short yardage. Cousins is caught at the 7-yard line.
Shared tackles don't count for that. For the drive goal.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion and
It's silly.
Check 15. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Come on, fellas.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here is complete. Now the ball goes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return
Of course.
stopped at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Strong play. This is Henry. Taking it right.
I hit that box again. You know, because the animation has a protected box.
Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you put some doubt in their minds.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already. They come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's up over midfield.
There you go, a hurry up offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That has got to be on them.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now
Jesus.
down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while
This game's trying to get away from us too.
imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Let's go, baby.
That's how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they take this up.
Right, like he can outrun freaking Eddie Jackson.
There, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Play 56, Mike. Go. All day, dog.
They keep him with Henry on first down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets
Coming to you,
made
coming to you.
by the defensive
56
front,
Mike.
because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make
You gonna hit him?
to find a hole.
Or you just gonna not wrap him up?
14
Hit and wrap. Jesus.
on EA Sports.
His defense is just starting to break down.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Mike, 56.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming
They
up.
don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
Now it's him. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard
Let's get
line.
it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And
Okay, like he's gonna be able to hold on to that, but all right.
get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets
It's not even that Cousins is putting the
1st and 10. Running from the gun with him.
putting it on us. We're just
On the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd.
just not playing well at all.
Get the ball.
Cousins now. He finds Howard complete.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
56 Mike. 56.
On 3rd down.
Thank you.
That one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some leeway. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. But hold on a minute. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. You did, but let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating and using boxing analogy.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
All day, baby. All day.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Stay with your man.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm here all day. 51.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And down inside the 15 he goes. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance. Believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8, and he is in. Touchdown.
There's Mims.
Chicago. Denzel Mims. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
And he'll bang that one through. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock, they got the field goal added on the lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that.
Again, bounced off of him.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, pick your game up.
A first down throw for Cousins.
You gotta be kidding me.
Man open left side is Brown. And he takes this thing way
I ran into Vildor.
territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
You gotta be kidding me. Roquan, you gotta cover that.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half, trying to try them out and drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this throw caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready?
And this will be caught by Mooney. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Mike. 55, Mike. Let's get this ball back
Flush
for
to
the
his
offense.
right.
Let's go.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Mims. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts As they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
That's not a bad throw. That's a panic throw. Come on, you gotta throw that. You can't just underthrow it. You gotta throw that downfield. If Cohen can't run under it, it's fine. But underthrowing that shit is not remotely desirable.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go.
And that's the one thing that's weird. Directional passing in this game is trash. I told him to throw it past him, and he underthrew it. Not because of pressure, but he just underthrew it. Because directional passing in Madden is not really effective. You can throw it over his head, but you can't actually lead a receiver downfield. You can just throw it higher, a higher line drive, which is silly. Get nothing.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are
And then you have this.
the second half of the season.
What is this?
Started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Dante Pettis, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Sam Darnold with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia.
And now due to time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
How blocking with Tolbert was that? Actually keep your block.
Signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Throw the ball!
Steps up here and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I 55, 55.
On 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Get that quarterback.
It's so weird how some plays just completely screw up the LI's logic, and some plays just completely screw up your ability to do anything. It's so weird.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few
Come on.
inches here. Give to Montgomery out of the gun. And
Nice job of not picking up that blocker, or that blitzer.
gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Again, good job not picking up the blocker, Montgomery. Don't even attempt to get him. Don't worry, it's all good.
Early jitters are long gone. They should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On second down, might have
What was that blocking?
and that's all.
What?
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear.
That makes no sense, but okay.
Keep the drive alive on third down. He gets attended to. They'll step aside. Into heavy traffic, and it's
What? What was...
tough by Anthony Walker. So it was a drive that had real.
Look at this. Look at how trash this interaction is. What is this? This is what is this? If I do this, it's a penalty. But what? I am mashing A, but he's stuck in an animation that he won't even throw the football.
Third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be brought
Like,
down just shy of
really, Madden?
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be
Like-
second and 6.
As they update this game throughout the year, the gameplay gets even worse over time. I didn't think that was possible,
Complete.
but it does. The gameplay gets even worse over time.
Third down.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 56. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Cousins.
Give me that ball, defense.
And right side.
And that's not a catch.
Tough slap.
In what world is that a catch?
Third.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there.
In what world would
They did everything
a player catch it and go out of bounds like that?
down. Blanketed the field with coverage. Nowhere to go with the football. Forced to dump off to the back.
Let's go,
And
boys.
even
Bring
then,
it
they
up.
closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Trying to shake off the interception for the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Again, throw it in the end zone.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes
I'm aiming for the end zone.
win and just throw it away. Flushed out to the
Why do you underthrow that? That makes no sense.
field. Think it's intercepted.
And he'll manage to break a tackle.
And pressing up, I even overthrew it on purpose. And he didn't even overthrow it.
Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back
Like,
to your
what?
own goal line.
What is this game right now?
Very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your runner
No.
because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch.
Also, I'm pretty irritated because that this is like, we're on PC right now, and we are on the version that literally came out
And he takes a shot on the release.
a year ago. This isn't even next gen, which is garbage.
Mims that time. And that'll bring up second down. The screen pass here to Cohen. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Looked like it was coming together.
No, we're going for it again because that's bullshit.
Solid game.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th down and
Thank you for actually putting together blocks in a reasonable manner.
down at the 41. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Montgomery around.
What?
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Why would you block him?
Staff takes a peek. We'll take a break. Here's the
Makes no sense.
drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure.
Thank you.
Pass incomplete, but the flag
Roughing the passer.
field, and this might be a roughing call.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone, you get 1 step. If you're within 1 step, you're going to hit him. As long as it's still legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra
Okay, I was pressing dive the entire time there, but alright.
2nd and goal.
Don't even give me the opportunity to dive.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Robinson.
This-
His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first.
I do feel, looking at next gen, the next gen doesn't have the animation issues that this generation of Madden does. This generation of Madden, issues are so bad.
They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Because it's like the engine can't handle basic things.
Is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back. Unsuccessfully.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Cohen. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Being chased out left.
Okay, what was that stutter?
To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. The Bears on third down.
All right, game.
They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The man is
Come on!
he's stripped. He lost the football
I had a possession catch go down to the ground.
to the 43.
What the hell is going on with Madden right now?
Position as they come
I told him to do a possession catch. Why is he up trying to compete
Now the drive starts with a
and gain extra yards?
not much there, only a yard. Well, that's always a good place
Oops,
to throw it just
not
because
the
he's
play I
one of
wanted.
the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
You think you gonna get this?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ah, we lost this freaking game because of dumb shit.
The chains. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Able to find Davis.
Get out of here.
7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation. With this lead, they're electing to
Really?
throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs.
Into one animation, into another animation, into another animation. Like, really? This game is too animation heavy.
He won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Like, there's no animations in real life. Like, you computerizing this is horrible.
Training camp, they knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, we go Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Cowboy 80, Mike 20. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple.
And what I mean by like animating it to the point that every interaction is an animation.
Playing West Coast offense,
Like that Roquan Smith tackle.
the maxims of the West Coast offenses. You're either
Khalil Mack can't interact with him until the interaction is done
exactly that on that
with Roquan Smith.
but they're taking care of the
So it forces you to not be able to do double tackles. There's no such thing as double tackles in this game.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps. Trying to
It's very weird that you would do that.
the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's
Here we
still
go,
8
here
up
we go.
time.
And then
So
I'm
accomplished. It's darn close.
The Bears off
I'm confused why you would ever think that's a good thing to do.
turnover last time. That's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles.
I mean, NFL Blitz had double tackles, for Christ's sake, where 2 players can tackle the same person.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Get that complete to his tight end Komet. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Flushed out right.
And you can't come up with that football.
Took a pretty good shot.
He doesn't even touch you, but you can't come up with that football.
Hang on, 3rd down.
Mike, you must be getting tired of seeing me.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is
What?
intercepted, and that should do it.
Where was the catch attempt? You just took it right out of your hands.
Back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly.
And here's another thing. That's outside the numbers, is it not? Yes. It's outside the numbers, and his X factor doesn't activate.
Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield.
This game is so inconsistent with itself sometimes.
Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot.
Not even sometimes, like most of the time. Because that right there should trigger is outside the numbers, and he should catch that regardless.
So the Titans in possession of
Because that's what his X Factor is supposed to do.
and you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn
For some reason,
and get out of here.
my X Factors don't matter.
To about his 13-yard line.
You know.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. After 60, Mike. 56 is the mic. On the ball. 56. Right there. 56.
And he hits it in stride. And he will
Come on.
Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down.
I do understand why people just don't play this game in all Madden. Because it is broken. And it's not even that I upgraded the system. Or the sliders. The game just
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets
doesn't
him
want to
2nd
play.
and 4.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Mike 56.
Again, it's him. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here
What
at this stage.
what is that animation?
Behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
Come up in the box.
With 24 seconds
Shit.
to go in the
Mike,
game.
boys, 56. Check 56.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be
Okay.
enough to get him home free.
Mike 58, right there. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mac's just not there. What? Why would he not come back week 11? What? Okay, that's weird. He's actually scheduled to come back next week. That's what it says. What? Yeah, see there? Weird. Alright, let's look at the Jaguars. We got Gardner Minshew an 80 overall. Sonny Michel, Raheem McCullough. We got a Vanderbilt. DJ Chark, LaVishka Chenault, Demarcus Robinson, Pat Richard, Sam Wolf, Conte Rogerson, David Njoku, Ben Boston. Brandon Lindor, Brian Winters, Juan Taylor, Josh Allen, Vic Portis, Levon Chasen, Farrell, Landry. A lot of young players. John Jacobs, Schobert, Miles Jack, John White, DJ Henderson, Jimmy Freeman, superstar, rookie. Ooh. All right. Gregory Stewart, Alabama. Okay. Roby Coleman, Marcus Williams, Saquon Pettis, Jordan Whitehead, Bryce Monk, Josh Lambo, Matt Hawk. Here's the draft picks, the practice squad. And that will be it. So 2 straight losses going into the bye. We take on the Jaguars, then the Packers. We go in the string of the last half of the season. So go and leave a like below, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.